Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Alexander Morozevich and Magnus Carlsen. This is a game from World Blitz Championship, played in Moscow in 2009. Alexander Morozevich had white pieces and he started with d4. Magnus Carlsen played d5. c4, Queen's Gambit, accepted. e4, c5, attacking white center. d5, knight to f6, attacking the pawn on e4. Defending. b5, defending the pawn on c4. White to move. Quite often, white plays e5 in this position. But knight takes on b5 is not recommended because of queen to a5 check, and after knight to c3, knight takes on e4. Carlsen played b5, defending the pawn. Morozevich played bishop to f4, queen to a5. If b4 is played, then knight to b5, and queen to a5 doesn't work because of knight to c7 check. Back to our game. Queen to a5, pinning the knight. a4, intending a takes on b5. Knight takes on e4. Winning another pawn. Carlsen chose a pawn-grabbing variation. The threat is knight takes knight on c3. Knight to e2. Knight to d6. A takes on b5, attacking the queen. Queen to b6. Knight to g3. Knight to d7. Bishop takes on d6. E takes on d6. White to move. This is a very interesting moment of the game. Bishop takes pawn on c4. Looks like an obvious move. Morozevich played the best move, queen to e2 check. If bishop takes on c4, then knight to e5, and queen to e2, pinning the knight is not effective because of bishop to e7. Back to our game. Morozevich played queen to e2 check, king to d8. If now knight to e5, then f4, pinning and winning. And what else? If bishop to e7, knight to f5 is unpleasant. So Carlsen played king to d8. Queen takes on c4, h5. Knight to e5 is nothing special because of queen to f4. h5. Bishop to e2, h4, attacking the knight. Knight from g to e4. Knight to e5, attacking the queen. Queen to a4. h3, g3, c4. And Morozevich castled kingside. Material is equal, but it is more difficult to play with black pieces. Do you agree? Bishop to e7, knight to d2, bishop to d7, knight takes on c4. Things have changed. Morozevich was 2 pawns down. Now he is a pawn up, has a safer king and better activity of the pieces. On the downside, Morozevich is playing the world champion Magnus Carlsen, and it is not an easy task to beat Magnus Carlsen. Knight takes on c4, queen takes on c4, bishop to f6, rook to a6 attacking the queen, queen to d4, white to move. This is a very interesting moment of the game. Morozevich can exchange queens. He would have perhaps an easier endgame. But Morozevich was very bold. He decided to keep queens on the board. b6, king to e7, rook to e1. Well, queen takes queen is nothing special for black, is it? White is better if queens are exchanged. Rook from h to e8, b7, rook from a to b8, queen to c7, pinning the bishop. Perhaps bishop to b5 could be next. Bishop to e5, bishop to b5, king to f6, white to move. Morozevich played a very clever move. Knight to e4, check. If queen takes on d7, then black has this idea. Bishop takes on g3, and if pawn takes on g3, then rook takes rook. Black is winning. So knight to e4, check, and also defending the pawn on g3. King to g6, and now bishop takes on d7. Bishop takes on g3, bishop takes on e8. If knight takes on g3, then rook takes on e1, check. Black is winning. After knight to f1, rook takes knight, king takes rook, queen to d1, checkmate. And if h takes on g3, then rook takes on e4, and if rook takes rook, then h2 check, and after king takes on h2, queen takes on f2 check, king to h3, check, king is advised to go to h2, and then there would be a draw by repetition. Back to our game. Morozevich captured the rook. Rook takes rook. Rook takes on d6 check. f6. White to move. How would you continue now? Given time, black would play rook takes knight, and after that queen takes pawn on f2 check, queen takes pawn on h2, checkmate. Morozevich continued with the fireworks. Rook takes on f6 check. King to h5. If g takes on f6, white can win in a few different ways. One is queen takes on g3 check, and after king to h7, knight takes on f6 check is good enough. Back to our game. King to h5 was played. Queen takes bishop on g3. Rook takes on e4. White played a move and black resigned. And the move is queen to g6 check. Carlsen resigned in view of this continuation. King to h4. Queen to h7 check. King to g4. Queen takes on g7 check. King to h4. Rook to h6. Checkmate. Everybody would be proud of a game like this against the world champion. Do you agree? The rumor says that friends of Morozevich asked him, how did he do it? And he said, you got to believe you can do it. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. One of his friends pointed out that this is the quote of a famous car maker, Henry Rolls-Royce. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.